Hey guys, Damon at Black Warrior Lures had some questions about the tailpipe that I use or have used on my mud motor. It fell off actually, and I've had to replace another one. And what I did was I went with a Robertson Torx tube. I went with just a straight pipe that has a little bend in it like that. And I got this from nrracing.com. They have a lot of good components and stuff. So for $45 you get this header, tailpipe, and it comes with a muffler. And it's not an open can type muffler. It has but it looks like it would do pretty well. Just a basic screw-on muffler. Screws right on. I think this muffler, you can get it from a variety of different. You could probably get it from like AutoZone or something. And so there we go. It'll be just sort of sitting on the motor about like that. Definitely better than the stock, but doesn't cost as much as the loop. The loop is like a $70-something deal, and this one's the bevel here is actually very well done. It's not just welded on and they just kind of forgot about it. It's actually very well done here. That bevel will definitely help the Venturi effect or whatnot. But anyway, and so we're going to go mount this up, and let me show you. That's where the weld failed. See? That's where the weld failed on me. It just vibrated or loose. And so what we're going to have to do now is replace it. $15mm. Comes right off. And that gasket seems to be okay. So we'll leave the gasket on. Not trying to get it off. I don't even know if this will fit on here. Yeah, we're going to have to. Hey guys, Damon at Black Warrior Lures. We're going to try this whole drilling out the tailpipe again. We went and got a real drill bit, cobalt. I thought about titanium, but I think cobalt's the one that's better for metal. As you can see, this is what this is a very hard metal on this unit did to this drill bit. It's just worthless. So, if you got to drill it out, let's get cobalt. Let's see what that looks like, and let's. Little bit of water here to help both lubricate and cool down the drill bit as we're doing this. So. Did it. Cobalt drill bit. Drill both holes out. You're going to have to get some heavy-duty sandpaper, get a file, and get the burrs off, at least on that side. I didn't worry about it on that side. Once you do that, it fits just fine. Now, what we're going to do is, first we got to get got these gaskets from NR Racing as well. They are a combination of like metal and paper. And so they're kind of neat. They're pretty tough. Now, again, you're going to have to work it to get it down on there. In fact, you probably just, once you get it on there, started, just push it down on there like that, and you'll be good to go. And then we get our bolts threaded. And I think this is a, I forget if it was 14 or 15 millimeter, I forget, but anyway, let me go get that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Correction, it's 13 millimeter wrench. Not sure what this should be torqued to. I don't have a torque wrench, so I'm just going to put a tightening on it, as my granddad used to say. Put a tightening on it. Put a tightening on it. I may not want to get it too tight, but come on now. Alright, so, and now, you see how it runs just very much like the old one? Let me see if I can get the old one here. The old one fit here, and it was here, and they welded a pipe onto that at an angle, about the same angle that this is. This is a much shorter pipe, but once you add the muffler to it, it's about the same length as the old one. It's a simple screw-in muffler. I don't know if we need to get some sort of Loctite for this or what, but we'll just put it in like that. And wow, that's pretty sturdy. I think that's the problem with this one, that this metal is just too thin, and it's probably better to bend the pipe there instead of welding it. And but anyway, it served its purpose for a while. But you know, so now we're gonna fire it up, see what it sounds like with the muffler. All right, so yeah, we go there. Choke on. Kill switch. I know we got plenty of gas. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on now. Give me all this trouble. Make sure we're at top dead center. Yep, kill the choke too soon on it. That's a lot quieter. That's a lot quieter, guys. Yeah, that's a lot quieter. The paint's smoking. That's not bad. I think I like this better. It's cheaper and it's not as loud, so it sounds like a four-wheeler now. Yeah. So that's a better thing. This is the Robertson's torque tube, the GX200. Comes with the muffler. And it's just the short pipe, the mud motor version. It kicks it out parallel to the shaft. And it's fairly quiet, so I think I need to check the oil. I'm hearing a little rattling in here I don't like. lot different, doesn't it? I like it. Surveying where the river channel is, doing GPS work, dropping buoys and stuff like that. It looks like the game warden, doesn't it? It isn't. It's just the geological survey or something. See how he's deploying things? So, that's kind of neat. So like 290 horsepower motors on there. Do that with a regular outboard motor. We're really stuck now. Oh my gosh. Alright. Okay, we're really stuck. Like, for real this time. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Wow. Wow. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh man. Dang on, boat's not even floating, man. Oh, it's really hot. So while we're stuck here, just as well, this pipe works pretty well, but all the paint's burnt off. That's just kind of funny. Yeah, all the paint's burnt off, looks like to me. Yeah. But it works well. Just the paint's burn off. Oh my goodness. It's good to get out there and stretch your back though, and it's a little inlet stream here, and we're just stuck on this old sandbar. The wind's been doing some weird things, changing directions pretty quickly. So I went way upstream. There's hardly any current to speak of, and the wind was blowing me in the opposite direction. So I'm having back downstream. And you know, because the river switches back and forth like that, like you see, you got a bend in the river here. The wind, it seems like the wind is changing directions on you. So I'm having to just figure that part out. And I guess, you know, that's how it is when you're learning how to fish and stuff. You just have to, just takes time to learn. But anyway, let's see if we can't get this thing out. And I know I don't have much battery camera life left. Probably going to be a mud motor day instead of a fishing day. I guess that's how I do it. For those of you who have seen my videos on YouTube, it usually comes down to either what I'm doing, the tackle I'm making, the what I'm doing in my fishing here on the river, and then there is we're starting to get a little bit deeper water here. There we go. That's not bad. Or it's there we go. Ooh, that's hot too. I didn't realize that part got so hot. Ooh. Happy I bought these boots. I didn't realize this part got so hot. I haven't been as diligent in terms of keeping that greased like I really should, but I know now. Whew. So let's stretch the old back here and see if we can get back down and see if we can get this stinking wind figured out before we start drifting again. Anyway. Oof.